You probably clicked on this video because you saw a guy in a ninja mask talking about lifting and you were confused on what is going on. Well, I'm the Ninja Lifter and I'm going to be talking about my lifting story and why I'm making videos in the first place. Your first question probably is, who the fuck is this guy? And that's actually a pretty funny question because you'll never know. I know, hilarious, right? I'm Batman with my secret identity. Now that that's out of the way, we can start talking about my lifting story, which I know you are all super invested in at this point because you really need to know how I started lifting and why it matters for you. Started a few years ago when I saw the movie, drumroll please, The Batman. I know what's going through your head right now. This guy is so corny, holy shit, I'm gonna click off right now, which I'd probably agree with you, I am pretty corny. But anyways, I saw the movie opening night, March 2nd, 2022, when I was a different man. I was low-key cringy as hell for a few days following the movie, but I think anyone who has seen the movie can understand that feeling. Before we continue, we should do a little flashback to 2021. I was so damn invested in basketball. I was training every day for 8+ hours, and I really felt like I was him. I was trying to play basketball for my school, and then boom, I was actually asked and got cut. Hilarious. After that, I was butthurt like a bitch, actually, and I stopped working out and doing whatever I was doing before, and I gained 15 pounds of pure fat in 3 months. Wild, I know. But anyways, I didn't really comprehend how obese I was getting, and I kept making excuses, like for example, I was getting taller, when I was in fact not getting taller. Anyways, back to the beginning where we left off. I saw the Batman and realized how badass he was and realized how much of a bitch I was being. I looked in the mirror and was like, what the fuck is this? So I started doing research. In that research, I discovered a calorie deficit and I started eating in one ASAP. At this point, I was still eating like shit, but I was losing some weight because I was in a deficit. Later down the line, I discovered that I also wanted to gain muscle and not look like a skinny bitch when I was done. So, went back to the drawing board, did more research, and bought a weightlifting set for my basement. At this point, I started eating a crap ton of protein and started lifting. I lifted and ate good that whole summer, ended up losing 20 pounds, but I was still skinny fat. That shit sucked. I would also like to point out my lifting was straight dog shit. I doubt I gained an ounce of muscle that entire summer, but I at least taught myself to have the correct form. Like I said, I was still a skinny fat bitch, so I did more research and decided to start bulking. It was pretty clean for the most part, but then 2 weeks after my bulk started, me and my long-term girlfriend broke up. I know what you're thinking. It's time for the villain arc to begin. The day after it happened, no joke, the day after we broke up, I bought a membership to an actual commercial gym and started training to complete failure, which is the best for muscle growth, by the way. Cry about it. I bulked for 6 months from August to February, and in that time I met a lot of new people at the gym, which was fantastic for right after a breakup. The gym at this point had truly changed my life. After my bulk was done in about February, I started a mini cut and lost 20 pounds in about a month and a half, which was pretty great. But, as you might know, we can never stay up high too long, because this is where it gets tragic again. I was cutting way too many damn calories and ended up binging most of it back. This was very fucking depressing. But in my depressive slump, I was scrolling through TikTok one day and I saw the man, the myth, the legend, David Goggins. Once again, you're probably thinking that I'm one corny motherfucker for being motivated by David Goggins. But I'm just being honest here. I decided, after seeing David Goggins' motivational shit on TikTok, that I would cut again for this upcoming summer. Still at low calories, but with better discipline to stop binge eating. Honestly, I don't know if it's a good idea to be eating as low calories as I am, but I want to challenge myself and nothing will stop me from reaching my goal. And that was about 2 weeks ago, and I'm about 10 pounds down, going to keep going for about a week or two more and see where I am at. As you can probably tell, that's the end of my story as of right now. I'll keep you guys updated as things change because after that story, you know that you care. You know it. But now your question is, why are you making a YouTube channel? This doesn't sound like anything crazy. You're not him. Why are you even here? And that actually has a very simple answer. I want to help all of you guys, teenagers like me, who don't like how they look and want to change. I have gained so much knowledge in the past 2 years about lifting, and I understand what it's like to be a teenager in the lifting space, which is mostly dominated by adults who don't take into account what it's like to be a teenager. The mental toughness, everything like that. Like I said, the gym changed my life, and I'm trying to help change other people's lives as well. So, I think that is the end of this video. And if you think I'm awesome, which you should at this point for sure, and want to learn more, click subscribe and like this fucking video up. Also, any random questions you have about lifting at all, drop them in the comments and I will answer every single one. Every single one. Have a great day, homies.